out on stage. I'm sure that will be exciting, and also the penny dog monologue, which I'm sure we're all guessing what that's about.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you tonight.
I'll be
Thank you very
back.
much for coming along to support our students in what is basically their first dress rehearsal, for the drama students anyway, their first dress rehearsal for their HSC performances, which will take place on Monday morning, coming Monday morning. Just one house matter before we begin. There is a toilet directly opposite, and those of you who've been here before have heard me do this routine. It's a toilet designed for disabled people. The light goes on when you walk through the door, but if you stay still for too long, it goes out. So you have to wave your arms above your head until the light comes back on again. Okay? The students are given a list of 10 topics this year. They have to choose one of these topics to work from. What they produce is their own work. It's a piece of original theatre that they write themselves and prepare to act for you. The first group chose the topic remote power, and the title of their piece is Checkmate. So this is Amber, Luke and Tamara with Checkmate.
Right, I need those ratings right away. I asked for them this morning and they're still not here.
Yes, I know.
And what about that TV stuff? We need stars and we need commercials that get this thing off the air.
I've got it.
Anyone would think that this place runs itself. Well, I'll tell you something, it doesn't.
It's okay, we've got it all together.
Producers can be so pushy.
Something I have to tell you, John.
What is it? You can tell me.
I'm pregnant.
What? Are you sure? Look, I told you before, if you're going to go and get yourself pregnant, it's your responsibility.
But it's your baby.
No, it's your problem. Are you one of those people who walk down the street by yourself and everyone crosses the road when you come near? Well, listen to this girl's story.
I remember the way I used to be. Some people would stop and stare. Others would run away. At first, I didn't know what it was. And then one day, this girl took me aside and explained. I was so embarrassed. And then I discovered impressions by impulse. It changed my life.
And it will change yours.
Hello?
Excuse me. Today the court hearing of 4-year-old Michael Johnson continues, along with startling new evidence which places children's TV at fault. Mark Baxter is reporting live from the courthouse.
Today has been a day of mixed emotions. The family and friends of 4-year-old Michael Johnson gathered at Gorges Valley Courthouse for the hearing of the 2 young boys charged with the murder. The 2 youths, aged 8 and 11, came into court today with new evidence that incriminates children's television. The titles of the shows which have been withheld are the influencing factors behind young Michael's death, who died of severe concussion. A devastating result to a game uncontrolled. Thou shalt not hear nor see for thyself. The mind, once betrothed unto thee, is now mine. To hold, to shape, to order, control.
Oh, and don't forget that conference on Thursday. I have to be there at 8 o'clock sharp. And I like to wear my red collar, not the pink one like last time. That was disaster. And don't forget that visit to the ridiculous high school on Saturday.
You're up now.
Friday. I have not just had to struggle to this position as a politician, but as a woman. And now that I've come this far, I'm not going back. As many of you may already know, my main policy is to get the homeless part of our society off these streets for once and for all.
If you vote for me, I promise to bring the unemployment numbers down so low you'll be lucky to find an unemployed person in a whole week.
Knowing the brain of my opponent here, his idea of reducing the unemployment numbers would be to reduce the actual population. Well, yes, I suppose that would work. Kill them off. Very clever.
Oh, the opposition seems to have a very vivid imagination. I've got no idea where these ideas came from.
You'd like to know where I got them from. For the past 3 years, your party has governed this country, and if these people haven't seen the outcome of that, they must be blind. Use common sense. I'll give you progress, not just a whole bunch of ridiculous promises. It's obvious that the main cause of homelessness is family-based, and that's where I'm going to start, in each and every family around the country, because I believe in action. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, wait a minute. Now that you have this control, what's to say that you will forget about the little people? You will forget about your overall reason for running in politics. What's to say that now you will support your own greed and you will forget what you originally stood for? You have the control now and you will abuse it.
Ye have given me the power, the voice to govern, to control.
What this society needs is a figure, a high figure, something to guide them, a religious figure, somebody like me, to show them the light, to show them what is right.
Oh, I'm so glad you could come. It's really good to see you here. This service is honestly the best.
Well, I thought I'd give it a try.
Oh,
May we
really
begin?
enjoyed it.
I would like to read a passage today after looking at the new generation and what it is doing to itself. I would like to just read this. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provokings of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. This is the new generation. This is what you are. Abominations of evil.
Cut the crap.
You know not the consequences of your actions. You must repent. You must repent now. Be forgiven of your sins.
Who gives you the right to tell us what to do? Who gives you control?
Thine trust, 'tis mine. Ye shall giveth me, commandeth me. Dare you taketh the challenge?
Do you really have control?
Is this the control you've been striving for all this
Who are
time?
you controlling?
Where are all your friends?
Look at all your enemies.
Was it really worth all the effort?
It's your move.
Checkmate.
That's Grandpa Joe, Eve Knievel, and Granny Smith.
that's called 316.
Before the solo performance work. And our second group this evening, do you need some light out there, people? Can we get some house lights so that we'll just set up. Our second group have taken the topic Fight the Good Fight, and their piece is called Objection. This is Erin, James and Penelope. She told me I wasn't allowed to call her Penny tonight. I think Penelope Ann, wasn't it? This has a time limit on it. These pieces have to run between 7 and 10 minutes. So they're very strict guidelines. They're also very difficult to write because you have to give each person the opportunity to show that they are versatile and that they can perform in a number of roles and are capable of variation and so on. So it's a very demanding piece of writing that the students are expected to do here. Okay? Fight the Good Fight, the theme topic, and this piece is called Objection.
You don't seem to feel any remorse for the countless lives and families you've destroyed.
Objection, Your Honour. Until proven otherwise, my client is innocent.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please, picture this. A long table, scattered with papers, idle mats, and held in this man's hand the telegram. He and his comrades sit at the table, sharing a laugh, drinking coffee, ignoring the deadline specified on that fateful telegram, in effect, sentencing millions of innocent people to their grave.
Objection, Your Honour. The imagination of my colleague here seems to be running overtime. Sharing a laugh, drinking coffee. What? Were they dunking chalky pickies as well?
You're quite right.
Your Honour, is this little story leading us anywhere? We're here today to try and establish who is responsible for the state of the world.
Exactly.
We're not here to have textbooks quoted at us. We're here to establish facts.
But the simple fact of the matter is that when World War was declared all those years ago, it was due to this man's inaction. Ladies and gentlemen, history repeats itself. This war was just the first of many. And this man started the vicious cycle.
Come on, male.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Famous?
Yes.
For good things?
No.
So I'm a baddie?
Yes.
From movies?
No.
From history?
Yes.
What did I do that was so bad? Did I kill people?
Yes.
Lots of people?
Yes.
How? Why? Was I involved in wars?
Yes.
So who am I then? Hitler? Hussein? Stalin? Mussolini? Is it me? Well, he, or me, the defendant, we were in the same battalion together, the 13th, for what would have been a good 5.5 years.
And could you explain to the court the personality of the defendant?
Oh, he was a good soldier, followed orders, was brave, everything a top soldier's made of. Actually, I remember one day...
Thank you. If you could just answer the questions.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
My colleague here has painted a seemingly dark view of soldiers. Would you explain to the court why it was you became a soldier?
No. My father was a soldier, you know, family tradition. Oh, but it was more than that. You see, the First World War, it just didn't resolve the thing. We wanted peace and security for the women and children. The only way to get that was to fight for it.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you've just witnessed here is someone who really doesn't know what he's talking about. You mentioned fighting for peace. Now, fighting peace. It's a contradiction in terms, wouldn't you agree? But was Australia genuinely in need of protecting? No. Were the lives of these women and children you speak of seriously in jeopardy? No. Fighting for peace? Do you honestly believe that peace could ever be achieved down the barrel of a gun?
Objection!
The big man with the gun said,
I am here to protect you.
so he kicked me in the groin to show everyone his strength.
The small man with the gun said,
I'm here to protect you.
so he burnt down the factory I worked, in case there was a sniper on the roof.
The dark man with the gun said,
I'm here to protect you.
so he burnt down my house to get a clear field of fire.
And then the three men with their guns lined up and shot me.
You're easy to protect when you're dead.
They said.
So, you were a conscientious objector. You attended anti-Vietnam rallies. In fact, you sent aid to North Vietnam. So, you're a communist.
Objection!
I'd like to call Major Wood to the stand. Major Wood, could you tell the court why Australia was fighting in Vietnam?
Certainly. We were fighting the South Vietnamese against communism. It was felt that if communism was given a chance, it would sweep through Asia like a disease, and it wouldn't be a long time before Australia was infected as well.
Before you left for Vietnam, what was the general response towards Australia's participation in the war?
We felt we had the full country's support.
But that it all changed by the
Objection, Your Honour. The prosecution's prompting the witness.
Fine. Tell us then, what was the response when you returned home?
Almost the opposite. We got off the planes and we were jeered and spat at. They called us baby killers. Do you believe that? We'd been fighting for these people and they turned their backs against us.
And how did that make you feel?
Betrayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, communism is still a vital force in today's modern world. It conspires against freedom, suffocates individualism, and is still the cause of so many wars today. I propose that this man, through his aid to the North Vietnamese communist regime, hindered attempts to crush communism in its preliminary stages, and thus, in part responsible for the chain of death and destruction brought on as a result of communism.
Are you aware of the death toll in Vietnam?
No, but it was substantial.
On both sides?
Yes.
In his recent autobiography, Robert McNamara has denounced both American and Australian involvement in Vietnam. He has said it was a war we should not have been a part of. Do you have a response to this?
Time. It sometimes changes people's points of view. Not everyone's. Not mine.
So far my knowledge of communism goes, it seems to promote positive ideals such as a sharing and equality. Robert McNamara's changing view reflects many people's view today, but also that of the defendant all those years ago. I propose that the defendant was arguing for a change in the bureaucratic way of thinking of war, and that had he been heeded, bloodshed then, and consequently, may well have been avoided. On all these people's lips is why? Why can this still happen in the 20th century? Why has the rest of the world's community been so reluctant to respond to such blatant, inhumane cruelty, such human suffering beyond all comprehension?
You can't help them if you ignore it. I've given forth evidence today highlighting the terrible state of the world. Surely, all the precious lives lost in war, racial disputes, right down to the violence on our streets, have not been without cause. We owe it to each and every person, past, present and future, to convict he who is responsible.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'll admit that to read a newspaper or to watch a TV broadcast, one could be mistaken in believing that the world we live in is headed down a dark and dismal passage. But I would ask you to remember two things when making your verdict. Firstly, war is devastating, but can we seriously blame only one person for something which involves so many? And secondly, I'd ask that you remember the simple joy and the beauty which does still exist in life today.
People of the jury, the task before you today is, I concede, substantial. Please consider what you have seen today and heard before you make your final verdict on whether the defendant is guilty or innocent. Because the outcome of this case will affect generations of years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, verdict is left to you.
And the first one I'm singing is I Can't Give You Anything But Love, and that represents my jazz topic. And the second song I'm singing is On My Own, and that's from the musical Les Mis. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I play off, baby. not give you anything but love, but love. On my own, pretending he's beside me, all alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight. The streets are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The streets are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. The world is full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my
Evening. Members of this group had to face, what is a student's worst nightmare. They were a group of 3 and one of their group decided to leave school. So the group of 3 was suddenly diminished to 2 and they had to almost start again from scratch and rewrite their script. And I think when you see it tonight, you'll realise that they've done a very good job of that. Glenn, who is a Year 11 student, has kindly stepped in to work with them. The role has been greatly diminished and I think the emphasis has been changed as well to accommodate the problem that they've had. They took the topic, how much is too much? Performing tonight we have Sally and Rebecca and Glenn Fleming, and they've called their piece Media Circle.
Passengers, you are now travelling on the Media Circle. First stop will be the City Advertiser. Second stop will be Channel 13. And this service will finish at Girly Mag Station.
Down by the station, early in the morning, see the people talking all in a row. See the station master pull the little lever, choof choof, whoop whoop, off we go. How are you this morning, Fred?
Oh, pretty wonderful actually. My little woman cooked me a perfect breakfast this morning. Bacon, eggs, the lot.
Well, I see you got your missus well trained. And she's not entirely without culture either, is she?
No, presents well in public, only speaks when she's spoken to. And she don't complain about doing the washing and ironing either.
Well, that's what you're married for, isn't it? To keep the household running smoothly. A woman's place is in the home.
A woman's place is in the home.
A woman's place is in the home.
For centuries, women have been considered the weaker sex.
The reproductive uniqueness of the male and female is obvious to everyone. Men are bigger, stronger, and have hairier bodies, whereas women are smaller, lighter, and are far less hairy. In the 1800s, the woman's role was to look after the sick and her family. And in the time of World War I, when the men were off fighting, the women had to do most of the jobs. The stereotype has shown the male to be the father and the breadwinner, and the woman to be the mother and the homemaker.
I'm strictly a female, whose future I hope will be in the arms of a strong and free male who'll enjoy being a guy, having a girl like me.
The wife's main duty is to promote the happiness of others, and particularly to enhance his enjoyment.
The women are there for the children, the kitchen and the church.
If a business firm had any sense, they wouldn't employ a woman in a responsible job.
If the good Lord had intended equal rights at work, then he wouldn't have created man and woman.
Women are better at dull, repetitive jobs.
Women are better at dull, repetitive jobs. Women are better at dull, repetitive jobs. If you had Santa Claus in that corner,
and you had the Easter Bunny in this corner,
and over there in that corner you had a smart male,
and in this corner you had a smart female,
and in the middle you had a pot of gold,
who would get to the gold first?
The smart male!
All the rest are just figments of your imagination. Now let me ask you, how many men does it take to clean a toilet?
None! It's a woman's job.
So tell me, why do doctors smack the bottoms of newborn babies?
So the dicks fall off the stupid one.
I don't get that one.
Of course you don't. You're a stupid female.
I think that's a bit much.
We are now approaching Channel 13.
Choof choof woo woo, off we go.
Say, did you see that show on Channel 13 last night?
What, you mean Men Agenda?
That's the one. Before I saw that show, I didn't really notice the inequalities between the sexes.
Yeah, I guess. It makes you wonder why society does it to its people, doesn't it? I watch I am, 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 I watch I am.
Welcome to today's show of Men Agenda, the game whose aim is to equalise the inequalities between the sexes. So I know that you're all heaps excited about the challenge that our two contestants will be up against tonight. So without further ado, we'll bring on Beck and Glenn. Let's give them a warm welcome. So, Beck and Glenn, how do you feel about tonight's show?
Oh, good, great.
I've got one rule for our contestants. They must answer our questions as quickly as possible and as honestly. So, are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
And girls? We'll start with Beck. Ladies for gentlemen. Just kidding. Beck, in a 13-piece tool set, how many tools will it contain? 6 or 7? Only one answer, Beck. 7. Glenn, in a kitchen, when you're cooking 2-minute noodles, how long will it take?
7 or 8 minutes.
You can only have one answer, Glenn.
7.5 minutes.
You're not a kitchen man. Back to Beck. Beck, in a 5-speed manual gearbox, what are the gears?
You've got park, neutral, reverse and drive.
Keep on catching the bus. And our final one is for Glenn. Glenn, where does a woman get breast cancer?
In the wrist.
That's a bit too much.
This is the end of the route. This is Girly Mag Station.
Choof, choof, woo, woo, off we go. Do you know that some adverts, actually a lot of adverts, use women, often semi-naked, to advertise their products? And they don't even have anything to do with it?
Yeah, but I only read the magazines because they're entertaining and they improve your physical appearance. And they've got a bit of gossip and they're not too demanding on the concentration.
Yeah.
I read, I am, I read, I am, I read, I am, I read, I am, I read, I am. 50 sensational pages of beauty. The latest words on lips. How to get perfect nails and get that clear skin.
His 9 to 5 fantasies. What your man really thinks about the women he works with.
He spends 8 hours a day, 5 days a week in a hotbed of sexual tension. Can he help it if thoughts of sex with the secretary are on his mind?
Our super shape up for summer. Eat what you like and still lose kilos.
Hollywood's nip and tuck epidemic. Will it affect you?
Big is beautiful. Attitude, that's all that matters. Size is no object.
Remember, girls, big thighs are a big no-no.
Size is no object.
Big thighs are a big no-no.
Size is no object?
Big thighs are a big no-no?
I think that's a bit much.
Down by the station, late in the evening, see the people equal, all in a row. See the station person, pull the little lever, choof, choof, woo, woo, we all go home.
Rightio, this is Scream Against Shivers. We've got James on vocals for the very first time. Roy on drums, and me, Luke, on guitar.
photograph against my heart. 'Cause in my life she plays a starring part. Our love could hold on to cigarettes. There is no room for these cheap regrets. She makes me feel so weary. My heart is really on its knees, but I keep the poor girl's face so well that even mother couldn't tell that my baby's so vain. She is almost a mirror, and the sound of her name sends a permanent shiver down my spine. Down my spine. Now my baby's so vain that she is almost a mirror, and the sound of her name sends a permanent shiver down my spine. Down my spine. Down my sends a permanent shiver down my spine.
Group performance is worth 35% of their external mark. Their individual project is worth 25% of their external mark, and they have a very wide range of tasks that they can undertake. Performance, which 3 of our students have undertaken, their solo performance work, is only one option. In addition to that, Sally and Rebecca both did design work. They did posters and promotional work and programs and flyers and press releases and so on for 2 separate plays. Let me see. James made a video, a 7-minute video, which he had to write, film, direct, edit and send off in its final form. Erin did a script which has to be 15 to 25 pages when it's typed up, and some of you may have seen that workshopped here at an evening that we held recently. Amber designed a set and had to do all the working drawings for it, the floor plan and so on. In any case, that brings us right. That brings us to our first solo performance this afternoon, this evening, and it's Tamara, and she took a script that a story that someone else has written and dramatised it, and it's called The Space Spider.
Once upon a time, far away, in darkest space, the starship Sherbet streaks across the galaxy. On the bridge, Cosmic orders another mug of galactic grog. More grog to ya? Yes, sir. Meanwhile, Kitty, Paddy, and Hogs play a game they like to call 40 Wings. Suddenly the computer speaks. Warning, warning, spacecraft in danger, collision imminent. Collision? Too late. The starship crashed into a gigantic web strung across the galaxy. The crew race curiously over to the viewing dome and have a look out.
Staring straight at them was a horrific space spider. Look at those eyes. Would you look at those feet? Look at that mouth. But before they could do anything about it, the spider had picked up the spaceship and was wrapping its web around and around and around, spinning the sherbet around and around and around. And when he was done, he picked up the sherbet, tucked it under his arm, and scurried along the web until he dropped down onto a dark and desolate planet, where he scurried some more until he got to a cave, where he put the spaceship down in a corner and scurried off. Do you think he's gone? Cosmic Paddy and Hogs left Kitty to look after the spaceship while they blasted out through the emergency escape hatch and ran as quickly as they could across the surface and down tunnels, and they ran and ran and they fell down and down and down until they fell splat into a gigantic bowl of green, slimy sludge. Ugh, this smells dreadful. Not bad. But then, what's that? It's a spoon! The spoon scooped Cosmic out of the soup until he was staring straight into the gaping jaws of a giant lizard. The lizard scooped Cosmic and the spoon into his mouth, but fortunately spat it back out again onto the table. Ooh, Mum, there's a creepy crawly in my soup. Oh, how disgusting. Paddy and Hogs ran over to get Cosmic back onto his feet. 1, 2... But Dad Lizard had had enough. He went over for his spray can and hunted for the 3. Psh. 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 Cosmic, Paddy and Hogs ran behind a giant sugar bowl on the table. But the lizards remembered that their dinner time had been interrupted, so they sat back down again and slurped away at their soup again, until finally they fell asleep. I have an idea, man. Jump on that can. What are you going to do, Captain? You're not going to fly this thing, are you, Captain? Of course I am. And he heaved down the huge nozzle and whoosh, they shot off through a shaft in the ceiling and turned until the telecommunicator on Cosmic's wrist burst into life. Beep, beep, beep. Cosmic, Cosmic, hurry! The spider's picked up the spaceship. He's going to eat the sherbet. Full blast ahead, men. Hurry, Cosmic, hurry! But then, at the end of the tunnel, they saw the light, and the space spider, with the spaceship, aimed straight at his mouth. Cosmic sized up the spider, and whack! Straight between the spider's eyes. The crew stumbled off the spider, searching for the ship again. It's over here, guys! Congratulations! Well, it was nothing really. We all boarded the ship again, and the engines roared back into life, and they shot off through the hole in the web again, off into space, heading for home.
God is all. While the strong gets more, while the weak ones fade, empty pockets don't never make the grade. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own.
Lights, please.
That's got his own. Mommy, you got lots of friends crowding round the door. When it's gone and spent around, they don't come no more. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own. God bless the child that's got his own. And the next song I'm about to sing, I think you. I'm a steamroller fiery wheel. I'm gonna roll all over you. I'm a steamroller fiery wheel. Gonna roll all over you. I'm gonna inject your soul with sweet rock and roll. Fail you for the rhythm and the blues. I'm a steamroller, churn and learn, I burn it up. I'm the steam against the fire, baby. Churn and learn, and I burn it up. I'm a devilish derby, empty hunk of steam into yeah.
solo pieces. They have to run 5 to 7 minutes. They have to be some sort of extract that will stand by itself. And it's very hard, believe me, to be out there 5 to 7 minutes by yourself. Luke particularly wanted to do something related to Vietnam and couldn't find a piece that suited him, so he has written his own. And this is the first year that students have been allowed to do that. Up until this year, they had to interpret something that someone else had written. So this is Luke's own piece, and he's called it Aftermath. While he's just setting up there, I might take this opportunity to thank Mr. Arkives for coming along tonight and supporting us, as he always does with his video camera.
Yeah.
Tirelessly. I'd also like to thank our backstage crew, Daniel, Alani and Hamish, again, who always turn up and support us when we need help. And also the members of staff and staff families who have turned up tonight to help out to move sets, Tim, Mrs. Carl, Mr. Whitten, and the music staff and others who've helped. Thank you very much for helping us tonight. So this is Luke, Aftermath.
Hey man, you got a diaper, bro? Oh, thanks. There.
Sorry. You want to start again?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Hey man, you got a diaper, bro? Oh, thanks. Can I borrow a dollar? I'm really hungry. Oh, thanks anyway. Oh mate, can I borrow a buck? Thanks, man. Gee, 13 days to Christmas. Won't miss that one. I wonder if Mum misses me. Never good enough for her anyway. I mean, when I came back from Nam, it was alright. She even bragged about me to her friends, saying how good I was. I'd finally come through. But it was all lies. I couldn't take it anymore. So I told her I was no damn hero. We just argued after that. And it got worse and worse. Until one night it got so bad, my brother left the house, it was so noisy. Then Dad came home. Been at the pub. He wanted to know what the racket was about. So I told him that I was no hero. And then he screamed at me that I was never going to amount to anything, and he knew it all along. So I got up and I hit him in the guts. So he told me to get out. And I left. So I've been living here at the Salvos the last couple of months. Full of losers like me. Just damn losers. Okay, I'm sorry, alright? But at least we don't have to live up to anyone's expectations here. It's all up to us. Why'd you do it, Mike? That guy was innocent. He was too old to even walk, let alone be in Viet Cong. And then you go and hit him. Again, and again, and again. We were mates, Mike. We did everything together. I'll never forget the time when I slipped on that landmine and you got me out of the road. I never said thanks for that, but I mean it. And we used to have so much fun too. We'd go out in our R&R, get really plastered, and meet girls that we'd never see again. And then you'd go and shoot me. I mean, why? The government was going to do anything about it. I mean, the army couldn't give a shit. Why, Mike? It's not me. It's just not me. It's just not me, Mike. Not me. Why did you do it to me? Shit.
Songs. The first song I'm singing is called Vain Serenade, and it's by Brahms, and it's a German leader, and it's about a young romance, and the male is wanting to come into the female's house, and she says, no, my mother won't let you in, and he says, I'm out here in the freezing cold, let me in, and she says, oh no, go home to bed, go home, good night my boy. And the second song I'm singing is called Someone Like You, and it's from the musical Jekyll and Hyde.
But if someone
our final item tonight is our third solo performance piece, and this is Penny. Our students are really individual, very different people, and what you're about to see sure ain't no bedtime story, I can tell you. It comes from a play called Fee Fi Fo Fum that was performed at Belvoir Street a couple of years back. I don't know if any of you are familiar, but Belvoir Street forms it's a place where a lot of fringe theatre takes place. Homosexual theatre, Indigenous peoples, that style. And Penny's piece tonight is a very different piece. It's simply called The Dog Monologue.
You know, if Pete's anything like his brother Snowy, I'll be buggered if I know if you ever saw him. Suppose you're thinking about him right now. Snowy. You know, every time I see his cheeky little prattish smile, I just get this incredible urge to need to slap him. He reminds me of the dog Neville once gave me as a present. Only thing other than a black-eyed hero that he ever gave me. He said it had a pedigree a mile long. It was a yappy little mongrel with legs so short balls used to roll behind it like a trailer. Red and raw. It was an ugly sight to behold, but rather than be shy about it, he had one of those I'm a thoroughbred grins that made everyone hate it. Complete strangers would go out of their way and cross the street just to give it a quick kick in the guts. They didn't even care if I was looking. Just wander up, tip their hat, good morning, step on the dog's head, keep on walking. Every single mutt in the world, without exception, detested it on sight. They'd be waiting in lines outside the house. Dobermans bit it, Pekingese bit it, Bull Terriers bit it, Chihuahuas bit it. Shit. Even I bit it myself a couple of times. I bet you never knew I had a dog. Well, I did. You know what happened to it? Canine suicide. You see, I was taking this stupid, smelly shit of a thing for a walk one day when this dog posse comes looking for it. Anyway, before I can get a grip on the lead, it bolts and runs headlong under the dual wheels of a cement truck. Didn't even try to dodge it. It just splat under the wheels. Ended up looking like some kind of avant-garde bath mat. Well, Neville found out about the pup and called to say when he got home, he beat the living shit out of him. Nice. So, I peeled the dog off the road and got some paint and wrote welcome across in big white letters and left it out the front door for him. Didn't even notice the dog. Even wiped his feet on, if I remember correctly. He just stormed into the house and came out brandishing the gun. We struggled over it for a while and you sort of know the rest. No, it didn't just go off. No, I had the power to turn and gun it off him. He was calling me a slut, whore, bitch. He said I won this round, but next time I wouldn't be so lucky. Worst part, was he starts grinning like the dog. Like the mongrel's ghosted out of his pea brain. Miserable bastard. First time I'd seen him smile in years. So I thought I'd do him a favour. Then I blew his stupid fucking head. Well, that wiped the smile off his face. Wiped it off and stuck it on the kitchen wall. I know I always told you the go just went off. And it did. Right after I pulled the trigger. Well, we've got one huge thank you to Mrs. McCLay for helping us with everything. Yeah, she's been so helpful to us. Like this week, nearly all of us have kept her here till at least gone 6.
And we got Tim Tams and coffee, so...
Yeah, so this is for all the donuts and all the time that you spent on us.
And the urns are still boiling if you want to take as you leave. Thank you very much.
New time.
Well, what could I say? Firstly, I'm just doing this to actually get on the camera.
Yes.
Flem was it? Can I hug you?
Phlegmatic Flem.
I love you, Flem. No. It was excellent.
Excellent.
It was best of.
Right. Well, let's go through it. Review the items. What do you remember best? Most?
That Penny one there was good. No, but I quite enjoyed the Sally, Rebecca and Flem one. That was excellent. Although I agreed with a lot of things Flem had to actually say about the men and women, but I won't get into it this time.
That's a more self-evident truth, isn't it?
Well, you said that. What other ones? The Aaron James and and Penny. Was it Penny?
Penelope.
Penelope. Sorry, Penny. Yeah, that was excellent. Everything was...
Now, what about the music? Who's shining the music?
Kerry with that steamroller. Yeah, I love that bluesy.
Sets you off every time.
And
you got to strap down in the seat. Yeah.
And Al was excellent.
What about that quiet number? That one done by Dan. Comedy.
I found that rather seductive.
Did you?
But not the male thing at all. But it was quite good.
It's just a very unstated member of the musical brigade here. I mean, I've never seen him before. He just did it with expertise.
I think you're right there. So
right, overall
it was
brilliant.
It was brilliant and probably one of the best productions I've been to at Barrow High School.
One of the sad moments is that Lee Malone wasn't here. But still,
it's very upsetting not to see Lee here. I'm sure he would have stole the show, but I guess he'll never hear me say that on this tape.
No, because he's somewhere else.
So Lee, you're a wanker. I never liked you anyway.
Right, moments of honest truth now. Okay, we're signing off on the final.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it was excellent.
Thanks, Jason.
Welcome to our humble abode, Mr. Arkives.
Well, what have we got? A tea room?
Our tea room, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, apparently you weren't happy with the 1994 decor.
No, we weren't.
Hello, Sky. How nice to see you so high, living up to your name. Right.
No, we decided to leave this.
You're going to leave that?
We're going to leave that.
Feel that's decorative?
Too much to clean off.
All right.
We could do the 94s.
Yeah, so it could got to get rid of those 94s.
Yeah.
Okay. What am I in for as I come around the corner? You want to take me on?
Oh, an awfully good surprise.
Oh, yes. Awfully good surprise.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
What's the cassette player? Who is that?
Why should I notice the cassette player on the
Because
floor?
me and Greta went to all the trouble to bring the cassette player to the thing.
Oh, so this is your contribution.
It ran away from the painting, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sally's a bit of a taskmaster. I had to work for it.
Okay, well,
Here
we are. This is it.
This is it. And I'm looking at a, wow, A brick wall! I'm overwhelmed.
But it's a blue brick wall.
Oh, right. Okay.
You see
And
now,
Peter, are you actually stuck to that wall? Can you actually get away? What's even better is, apparently, how much paint did you use on this wall?
4 litres.
4 litres.
4 litres.
2, and that little one over there.
So we've got this wall here done, and over and up to, and that's all?
That's all.
For 4 litres?
Yes.
What did you do, drink it?
We got thirsty. We see, we only intended to do one more anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that was the whole
Oh, well, that's worked out quite well
But
then.
you see, Peter splashed paint onto the other wall, so we had to continue painting that one.
Yeah, we did 2
Is she
walls.
experimenting for 3 years at age? Now the old sort of splash paint, wherever it lands, let it be.
Yeah, on the rolls.
Tell you what, I thought you had paint on you a minute there.
No.
Who else is decorative? No, she's pretty clean.
Sally.
So it's basically Sally. Look at this.
Where is it?
That was Steve, that was Pete.
Right.
Aaron's feet are quite attractive.
Yes.
Good feet.
Okay. All right. Well, what are your plans for the tea room next year, girls? What are
Partying.
partying?
Yeah.
Is this a
No,
party
no,
room?
no. We'd say a retreat from stress on the HSC syllabus.
All right. So this is the place to come and de-stress.
Oh, indeed.
Debrief.
That's why we have the calming blue walls. Yes.
I'm into the sort of aesthetics of it now. And the green carpet. Oh, well,
Yes,
grass.
the grass.
Yes, the grass, the sky.
We have lovely blue chairs to go with it, which you may pass on your way out.
All right.
Yes, in the corridor.
And by way of, are you going to have a 100 record disco type jukebox in the corner?
Well, that's our ultimate goal, that one, yes.
All right. Any other major
We
dreams?
take donations as you leave.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we're sort of aiming for an extension, a
Right.
balcony.
Yeah,
Would be
the
nice.
balcony.
Oh, look, I'm just spying this little piece of vanity over here. Who's this here for? I mean, is it so the cameramen can see themselves?
That would be
Is
it,
that
I
the
would
idea?
say. Yeah.
No, well, who are the vain people in the form that are going to use that? I mean, it used to be the home science. You realise it's the home
Oh,
science.
yes.
Yeah. For
I
Mrs.
think the whole-
Stanton and Mrs. Gray to basically stand and gorge.
I think the whole year's pretty vain, actually.
Are they? Well,
Yes, I
maybe.
think there'll be there'll be
line.
fights at lunchtime.
A queue.
Yeah, there'll be queuing out the doorway and down the hallway.
Name the most vain person you know. Oh, well, I'm putting you on the spot. Use initials like, PA, C.
PA,
No.
SP,
This is getting...
EC,
She's quick.
TJ, and GD.
Jada.
And of course, SH.
Yes, indeed. All right. Mr. Core apparently approved of this.
Yes, he actually even liked the colour. He
You
liked
were
the
actually
colour.
astonished
Yes.
at this.
And he liked the colour.
Everybody approved, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yes, well, everyone we asked.
Yeah, one person. Okay. The survey was complete. We had a
Majority
unanimous vote.
rules.
Yeah. All right. What goes into the shelves? Tell me. Given that it's a tea room,
Cups.
cups. Get rid of the shelves.
No, study books.
No. It's got to be a complete and utter rest from any suggestion of study.
Yes.
That's where all the bookshelves should go.
Oh, the CDs. Right.
And radio.
The music shelf.
Yep.
All right. So this is now the new tea room.
Our tea room.
Yeah. You've actually put your stamp of ownership on it.
So that's all the old names.
That's right. Well, they used to be the old names of 1994, but okay. This is your sign.
Yes, and our year, the year 12 next year, can thank Peter Allen, Erin Carl, Sky Peters and Sally Highland.
And
No, I didn't paint it.
look.
Just us
the
four.
evidence. Look at that. That's a very calming. That's got paint on it. No, it's not paint. No, it's just a little.
No, we did this for our year.
What a sacrifice.
Yes.
We have a blister to show.
Yes.
Well, let's have a little look at that. Where is that blister?
Here.
Righto, I'll just take a photograph of that. No, it's a tracer. I would need a photograph. Photograph. Exhibit A. Okay. Look at that. Okay. And if you want to go for compensation, make our work claim today. Don't let it go over the holidays. They'll think it was something that happened then. All right, so it's your room. Congratulations.
My room.
Now this is basically the reason that we had 4 leaders go only where 2 leaders did. Sally Harlan to thank for this.
You're not getting that. I'll get it.
Remember, the winner is the one who gets number 12 on the forehead. What have I said? That's what she's really thinking. Okay. You've taken a few. Just this way, Peter. Just that way. Look that way. Look that way for a moment. Okay. No, that's not an awful lot on the face. You've actually got a bit there. But that
See, look, that was all there before.
I declare Sally. Sally, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. What are you trying to do? Anything in particular?
Oh, it was just a hair clip.
It was what?
Just a hair clip, the red.
Hair clip? Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, that is.
Hair clip.
Hair clip, right?
And that was a bumblebee necklace.
Bumblebee. Oh, I like the colour. Okay.
These are my things.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Psychedelic sort of.
Yep,
Not
and
the eye.
the eyeball.
Right.
It's going to go on a ring, but I haven't actually found a ring that sort of
fits.
I
Okay.
keep trying, but
Right.
and I don't know any of my else's names. But
So you've all had a good time here at Jewellery? You really, is this stuff female or
yeah,
some of it
combo.
is?
It's female-y sort of stuff.
With stuff?
It's just stuff
Thanks.
that's like
I love this candy. This looks edible. This one here. Who made this?
Yeah.
She's still working at it. Okay. Oh, look,
It looks like licorice, doesn't it?
it does look like licorice.
Don't try and eat it. Go on.
No thanks. I'm trying to give up the licorice.
Yep. 10 pounds.
So you've enjoyed your activities week program?
Yep.
Are ready for a big year next year?
No.
No. Well, go away and have 6 weeks to think about it.
Thank you
okay?
very much. It's very generous of you.
Why don't you read your English novels while you're away?
Oh, they're finished, you know, I mean...
Write summaries. 2, right, Miss Kelly?
And review something.
And reviews. What a great idea. What do you think, Greta? Is that what you'd like to do over the holidays?
Love to start tonight.
Right, start tonight. Don't let a day go by without some
Maybe we can
significant
do it
learning.
together, Greta. We might,
Do you want to
get together once a week or something. And
Yeah.
just check we're on the right track.
Yeah, and listen, I've heard that they put video mathematics on, okay? You can actually do trigonometry.
Calculus on video.
Oh, yes.
Actually, we've already seen calculus on video. So,
It doesn't work, does it?
they tried to sort of crack a few jokes.
Yeah, let's face it, they are a humorless bunch, that mathematical crowd. All right, well, I congratulate you girls. You've really got something to show for.
Way you came into the hall this morning. Most of you, sorry for a large number of you, this is the first time you've been to a formal assembly. You'll get used to the procedure as we have more and more during the year. Special credit should go to Belmore, who were first seated by quite a long way. We'd like to see some of our other houses emulating them. The rest of the assembly, I'm going to hand over to our Vice Captain-elect, Amber Gould, to conduct the assembly. Thank you, Amber.
With a tinge of sadness that I stand here today, because this will be the last year that I will be presenting the badges to these student councillors. As at the end of the year, Mr Miller will be the new coordinator of the Student Council. But I would like to say that over the 5 years and the 6th year at the end of this year that I've had the pleasure of coordinating the Student Council, I have worked with some excellent students, some of the best that I have ever taught. And they have worked really, really hard for you people. So I hope that again this year you will give them your fullest support. That doesn't always happen. And a lot of the things that they do in the background and you don't always see it. But please, if they ask you to support them, please do so, because they are here for you and student councillors for 1995. Our school captains, Erin Powell, and Owen Leslie. Our vice captains, Amber Goulder, Glenn Fleming. Our Year 12 counsellors, Jessica Hennessy, Sally Hyland, Alison Gordon, and Rebecca Reeves. Our Year 11 counsellors, Olivia B.
Visit the council for 1995.
Thanks, Mrs. Brennan. 1995 is already underway, and as you can see, so is Student Council. As many of you, if not all of you, know that the first project of this year was the selling of carnations for today. The support for this from you has been greater this year than any other year, which is really fantastic to see. And we hope your support will continue to the Student Council sausage sizzle at tomorrow's swimming carnival.
Watching the clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's got to stop. Tell him, take no more. She practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he looks her over. Then she lies and says she's in love again. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Talking to herself, there's no one else who needs to know. She tells herself. Memories black when she was old and strongly waiting for the world to come along. She swears she knew, and now she swears he's gone. Well, she lies and says she's in love again. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. She loved him. She don't want to live this way. She feeds him. That's why she'll be back again. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man.
Thank you. work.
Okay.
Right,
What have we got here?
Year 12 planning session. Part of the idea, of course, is beef
Planning session, right.
Beef on a spit. Beef on a spit.
Now let's get it right. Yes, okay.
The wine is actually behind the tree, but nevertheless.
Okay, planning session. Eat all you can.
Eat all by courtesy of Major's Meats Burrowang, who do a marvellous job with beef on a spit.
Right.
But part of the idea is to justify the time off is, of course, to fill in a questionnaire about how the staff can help students make the most of 1995.
Right. Okay.
And there is also a questionnaire organised by the Year 12 Planning Committee, which will include...
You don't have to justify it to me. Okay.
I've got to justify it to you people, the English staff.
Oh, it's our time.
It's your time. It's English time. I have to justify it to you as well as to the school. Yeah, well, yes.
How do they do it for $2? I want to know how they do it for $2.
Well, they don't do it for $2. By the kindness of our hearts and our welfare budget, we're subsidising the rest.
Oh, excellent. Well, we might get a little bit of a survey on how they feel about Mars food, eh? The men from Mars have brought it?
Definitely.
Thanks, mate.
Worried about whether you made it? Hi, sir.
Vegetarians.
No, these are the men from Mars. They don't have meat on Mars.
Meat's good.
Meat's good.
Meat's good.
Meat's good.
Ask Craig Jones. He knows. He's going for his third serving now.
Craig Jones?
Yeah.
Lined up for the third time.
Yeah.
Craig Jones, third time.
Back to the swimming carnival.
Let's go. Second place, back from the dead.
We did all right. Second place. We're grooving.
Second place.
Did we come third?
Well, Gloria, go on. Show off your house captain badge. Go on, do it. Yeah,
losers. Get a real colour.
Are you going to show the swimming carnival video?
Yeah, eventually, but there's 2.5 hours of sheer boredom.
Yes,
Elaine.
But there was Roy on there.
Elaine.
There was Roy on there.
From Barrel 9210. Where's she from? Where's she from, Kevin? America. Jonesy, is that true what they reckon about you? Is this your third time up?
It is.
Third time? Yes. Second. Oh, well, you got to help.
Hey, it would have been my third time, but Carly wouldn't let me push in.
You haven't got me.
You girls are always here late. Explain the secret of your lateness. How do you do it?
We've just been up the street.
Just been up the street?
Yeah.
Every second day.
Just had a McDonald's?
What? We went to McDonald's.
In Amanda.
McDonald's?
Oh, McDonald's breakfast, is it?
No. Oh, why were we late today? I can't get out of bed.
Can't you?
No.
It's hard.
I've got to go there and wake her up.
Listen, we just might zero in on this.
Don't like donuts?
We're the vampires.
This man don't like donuts.
Get him. Hey, sir.
Oh, is it this man? Bloodsucker. Okay. You wouldn't let him anywhere near you. So what do you think of this novel concept of a pig on a spit?
It's alright.
Carly's a vegetarian.
How do you feel about the pig on a spit? Is it really a pig on a spit? Is this pork? It's Friday.
No idea.
Can't have pork on Friday.
There's no pork, so we can't put pork.
Gotta have fish. Where are the good Catholics amongst you?
I'm not a Catholic. I'm a vegetarian.
Anything to say about pig on a spit, girls?
Where's the spit?
I'm sure you'd provide it, James.
Now, we've already eaten our chips today. There we go.
Is this your second, Rebecca?
No. This is a clean plate.
Clean plate?
Yeah, it looks like mine's
Clean plate?
Clean plate. Clean plate. No, this is Sally's plate. This is Sally's second, but it's my first.
Sally? Sally's hobnobbing.
Yeah. No, I've got to go and do it too.
Oh, there she goes too. Ooh.
Yo, what's up?
Got corporate intelligence over there. You guys copying each other's answers? there something happening?
Impersonation of Spit on the Beat.
That's good. That's, what do you think, Nate? What are you going to give that score?
Oh, that was excellent. That was brilliant. I can't beat that. Apart from, oh, wait.
It's the first thing he's ever understood.
Bull.
Now spit on him.
Oh, hey!
No, that's a spit on a matador.
Ah, chop that, Statsy.
The difference.
It's in the stands.
It's bloody pathetic.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, look,
Come this way.
What now? What?
You get at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, and
watch.
what happens?
Guess where we are? Skiing. That's Parish's Miggins.
Parish's Mick. I thought it was one of those sort of Danger Man type cartoons.
Yeah.
No?
Well, it is. Don't misunderstand me. It is.
No, actually, yeah, like, you know, 007, that material.
Yeah, we do quite a few 007 numbers.
Well, sometime when you get a really good idea, let me...
All right.
Oh,
How about...
chop her arms off, girl. See what she can say to you.
Don't put it on a small
She's so Mediterranean.
They laugh at me all the time doing that. We're actually having a serious conversation here.
Okay, keep going.
Let's just get you.
This is now, hey, look, I'm down to the intellectual centre now.
But I just like to take this point to say, if you're a vegetarian, you're basically a loser.
You're a loser.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Feed the man meat. There we go. Uncle Boy, look.
Thank you, Dan.
Look, women can't say they don't like meat, you know.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, Dee, get out of the way. That's a vegetarian, sir. Look. Meat.
She comes from the land of McDonald's.
Yeah, look,
I mean,
meat.
anyone coming from the USA.
If I was a vegetarian on a day like today, I'd be jarred.
Yeah.
I'd give it up. I wouldn't be able to hold it.
Owen. Denise says, leave her alone. Okay?
My mum's a
No, I'm red.
We got round to Sydney.
Amanda, is this the guy?
No.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the bloodsucker.
Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy. There's Stimpy there. That's Ren. You're stupid.
Do you know who it was?
Go on. Give me a name. Go on, Denise, do it.
John.
John.
Oh, Johnny Boy.
John Smith.
John Smith.
Harris.
Or is it John Citizen? Harris.
John Harris.
Who the hell is
Aussies
John
are bad.
Is he from another school?
Middleton. He used to be in this school.
Harris. Okay.
There was,
Okay.
sorry.
More work. Come on, more work. Come on, Kevin, write something on the...
We have croissants.
Okay, we're on the way to the footy show. We are going to go under the tunnel on the way and we're going to come back over the Harbour Bridge.
Why is that, Julie?
Why is that? Because I have never been over the Harbour Bridge.
In a car.
In a car, yeah, I've run. I've run. I've run. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Alright, well look today, over on the left here, we went out to a tourist drive. We go up to Adam Gardens or something of the sort, and it's opening day because it's World Environment Day.
So we went to the left to Campbelltown. It's World Environment Day. Going up the M5.
Gemini. There's Amanda has.
Inside of us, so we can just take inside, Dee Dee, Andrew, and Rachel. We have Wes's car there.
This guy just went up the left lane. Out of it. He's a zerger, isn't he? Look at his car. Look at his tail wheel.
That is a man right behind us. The tower on a foggy morning.
Smoggy morning.
Smoggy morning, sorry. There is all the skyline buildings as we go to the top hill. There is a jumbo jet coming into land. Yeah. We know the
$2 a year on therapy. Government departments are picking up the bill for staff. The other games which have started well. And the Gold Coast roll is 134 to 109. And Damien Zio says it's a great confidence boost. Yeah, we started well and
of Sydney.
Christchurch and Newcastle, the Cowboys. Aussie golfer Greg
Hilton. Good evening.
You just have the monorail go through.
And the monorail that we've just seen go through straight ahead. Sydney, isn't it lovely? Not? Oh. The main of Sydney. Pardon? We are now coming out of the harbour tunnel.
Windows have got they're coming up. Doesn't feel right. I felt like you'd go for a mile. Very short. Killed. Man, what do you think of my driving abilities now?
You wouldn't want to hear that.
Seriously?
Bad.
You're pretty honest, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's been an exciting trip.
Who gets to see this film? Everyone gets to see it. It's going to be a good day.
Had a top day so far.
I have. I've had a brilliant day. We've driven down. There's so many maniacs on the road. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, Mr. Arkives. Did you see our near Mrs. Bus?
Which one?
See the way we went down that street?
Oh yeah.
And you came flying around. I think you mean that. Oh.
No, if you wanted to, just do it. It's my philosophy too, Amanda. If the road's there, take it.
We're allowed to come from the country.
Don't worry about double lines. How did you guys cope with the crabbing? The second time?
I absolutely crap driver, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I know it. This is Sydney after all.
How
This
many
is why I
red
went
lights
to the
this
country.
time, sir?
Pardon?
How many red lights this time?
There was only one.
Oh, Blocky! It's Blocker!
Blocker? Blocker. You sure it was Blocker?
Yeah, it's Blocker.
It fits in a car like that?
Yeah. Oh, you'll get out of here. Give us away, Blocker.
Yeah, okay, so we record it.
Ready, please.
I'm getting the towel.
We'll have to interview Fatty too, sir.
You think so? Talk to Fatty direct?
Talk to Supercoach Fortin himself. Supercoach Fortin.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to talk to us?
Oh, I reckon he will.
Actually, I found him pretty humble after the win. You know.
Yeah, he'll talk to us. He's a legend.
Yeah. Do they have that Indian guy on Sundays at all? No. Do I bring that Mahatma?
No.
National
Thursday
night.
night. Business.
Hey, Mr. Akapar, I finally got your camera.
Yeah,
What do you think of that?
Well, I'm worried.
And
there's $2,000 worth of it.
I wouldn't break it, because where are we?
Willoughby.
Willoughby?
Yep, north side of Sydney. We went under the tunnel.
Yeah, we certainly did. Long thing it was, I didn't know how deep we were, but...
Well, we wondered where the windows were.
Yeah.
Where's the view?
Yeah, nice wall. Sometimes you
Beautiful
see a few fire escapes.
Thankfully we didn't see any leaks.
Who's that laughing behind there?
There's Julie.
No, it's not.
Julie, what have you got to say about
His driving
the state
is
of
terrible.
origin? Oh! Did you watch the game?
No, I didn't.
No, she's not a fish.
I had to work instead.
You missed a great fight.
I had to work instead. I know, the violence is terrible, isn't it, Grant?
Oh, but... Yeah, definitely Julie. I'm glad you're a fan. Anyway, who we got here? Dan.
Hey.
What do you got to say about the state of origin, mate?
That's a bit of a worry.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can't win from here, I don't think. Do you think, Dan? Do you think we can win it in the last? Get double their score?
Yeah, well, that could be a problem.
I think we'll work at getting double their score. Yeah.
Oh, who we got down here now? And the crowd, there's a few people down there. A few little blokes ready to play footy, fellas.
Interviewing you blokes.
We see just come through the gate?
Fatty.
And what was he driving?
A Pajero.
Pajero.
Yes. Film that.
Barbecue. Let us have the garden.
No, there's the signs, eh? They said, where did he say we should go?
Yeah, up here.
What was in there? Don't follow Julie. She's got no idea.
Which one is it?
Yeah, actually, last business. Now which way? Work out. But this is where?
This is where you go in first, yes. I'm going to get an autograph to do the commercial, I reckon.
From who?
From Fatty. Who else do we need?
Well, like, who are these famous people here?
Fatty? Oh, I don't know. Ray Martin.
That's Ray Martin.
It's not Ray Martin at all. It's not Ray Martin. That's the guy from Channel That News. Oh, yeah. Thank you. That is not today. Thank you very much. That's today, Elizabeth. That's Elizabeth. That's Elizabeth Hayes. Move, Daniel. That's Elizabeth Hayes. That's Larry Ender. Okay. That's Ray Martin. You get Ray Martin from my mum. That's Ray Martin, yeah. Yana Van.
They're all up.
Yana Van.
Oh, there's Jim Whaley.
Who's this
Like,
guy?
that's a good old local boy out there, sir.
Who's local?
Like Jeff
Jeff Harvey.
Where's Paddy? Is he there?
Nah. There's a big stove thing there. We're in the corner. Don't ask me some questions.
What can we ask? Ask me some questions. Are you happy to be here?
Yeah, BD. Are you happy to be here? What do you think the experience? Say a few words, I think, anyway.
Oh yeah, it's just a pleasure to be here. It's going to be great.
Oh, big round of applause there. Anyway, Dan here, he's going to play the accordion. Dan, what do you got to say? Are you excited about being here today, mate?
He's ecstatic.
Which people would you like to see? The big man? Batty Vighton himself?
See them all.
Oh, hopefully we do. What have you got to say about it, Mick?
Oh, nothing much.
Mick was the cameraman from before, so he's the one that recorded all that. I think he's done a really great job. Oh, we've got someone coming here. Oh. And young Julie Saber, what do you got to say about the evening?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
to say? I haven't.
No, there's a pause.
Still recording, man.
He's just perving at everybody.
No, I was getting famous people.
He's still recording, man. He's still recording.
I'm not. I'm too sorry about that, people. We're back on air. The sausage sizzle is out there, and everyone's going to crank out your chips. And everyone's piling out.
We're going to cruise around.
And we'll give this back. People are going cruising, people are going something to eat. Very sweet with the Batty show. Oh, here's another local.
Hey, birds.
Young West Cruise. We've got him in focus. Kick out any other local. That it? New people. Pinball machine.
Wayne Dawes' cup of coffee. Did you do these yourself? Where's your artist? Where's his dad here today? Yeah.
Stripe on the tip. Spared, and then he got an 8 or something and spared it. So Channel 9. It's an eerie feeling. It's an eerie feeling. Oh, it is. Oh, well, I know where we're going. We're here.
Talk through this one.
Well, as we come through the door, it's a studio. Don't know. A couple of props. Thank you.
Studio 2, audience. Well, we're going to get told, aren't we?
This is where they come running through on Thursday night for their games.
Mate, if you get up the corner, you get the whole studio. Oh, you might do. Walk around. You get a wide shot up. What's this for, mate?
It's just a school. And it's nothing public in terms of it's just keeping a group of us that are here and keeping a record of
Okay.
Any problem with that?
Well, it can't be used for any commercial purpose at all.
It's private. Completely.
Yeah, how do we know that?
Well, you've only got my word, basically. There's no other Where is it? Jay scored a footy, sir. Look at this, sir. Jason scored a footy. He scored a footy already. So we're winning. We're winning. We're on the winning side.
You're okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Push along there. Come on.
Get along, get along. Yeah, okay.
Rugby League Council, Mary McCLAY. 1, 2, 3.
sensational.
Have a look at these.
What about these ones?
Call out if it's your birthday.
You're our studio audience. We're going to go live to air in about 2 minutes' time. When the show starts, Ian Jobs, who's the floor manager, who's around here somewhere. There he is, over there in the Parramatta colours.